a lot of people watched it, but nobody's watching day to day, all day, unless you're me and just love this stuff. Procedures are okay, but we want to know, where do you stand? And so I think the more that politicians stop trying to be politicians and be people, then that will engage voters. We reject alternative facts, so come on in here and let me educate you on the facts. All right. How's everyone doing? We had a little mishap in the beginning of the show. My goodness. Had a little mishap. Hey, Neve, I see you. Hey, Tammy Thurston, Jay Teamer, Kim Walton. How is everyone doing? Come on in here. Baby, I was trying to make me a little TikTok. Before I came on. Wait, what did Neva say? I thought she just said she was going to be listening in the background. Hold on, let me read real quick. Oh, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry to hear that, Neva. I quickly read listening in the background. I didn't read the whole thing. So sorry to hear that. Thank you for being here, though. Definitely praying for you. Tammy Thomas, what's going on? Hey, everyone. Hey, come on in. Baby, stimmy checks are on the way. Stimmy checks are on the way. Welcome to the Daily Political Briefing. It is me, QuentinRJiles, your host of the Q with Q. Or you can just call me Q if we're going to be friends like that. If we're going to be friends or whatever like that. We have lots to discuss. I got notes. So we got things to discuss here. So this is going to be a great jam-packed episode tonight because there is so much to talk about. Let's get it started. Dissent, not disrespect. Guys, if you've been here before, you already know what that means. For the people that are new, we encourage you to voice your opinion. We encourage you to say how you feel, whether you agree or disagree with me or with somebody else in the comments, baby, because the comments is a whole vibe on its own. I be over here talking and this whole side conversation going on in the comments, baby. We are a family here. We a community. And so you can listen to me and have dialogue amongst yourselves as well. But what we don't do is disrespect. What's disrespect? Sexually inappropriate comments, cursing or using derogatory language with each other or at each other. Propaganda. You're not going to insult our intelligence. So those things will get you blocked by me. Now, if you're streaming and you see somebody that's triggering you and they don't fall into any of those categories, especially on YouTube, you can hit the 3 little buttons by their name and you can block them personally so that you don't have to see them. And I would encourage anybody to do that if it is affecting you or bothering you. Okay? Do all those things. Y'all, you know what we got to do. We got to advertise the Goalie Gummy because I am an affiliate with them. They are giving 10% off right now. And they sent me an email. Now, this is a me thing. Okay? If we get 300 orders, then they give me a little something. Now, y'all don't have to give me the 300 if you don't want to. But I'm going to drop the link. We're going to shoot for the 3. What they say at the 3 line, we're going to shoot for the 3 now. So I'm gonna drop the link right there. You can join the Goalie. I was thinking about Patreon. You can join Patreon. You can get your Goalie gummies there. You can also join the Patreon. Patreon is where you get exclusive content from me. You can also set up one-on-one Zooms with me where we chit and chat. Always have a good time. I see Ray Anthony gave us a super comment. I'm gonna get it in a minute. Me and Ray just had a one-on-one the other day, which is dope, and we'll have another one pretty soon. He's a Patreon member where we talk marketing as he tries to grow his brand and things like that. Ray Anthony, let's pull this up. If you are on YouTube, before I get into the show, you can give super comments and super stickers. That allows your comment to get right here on this screen, and we get to discuss and talk about it. And it also pours into me. Ray Anthony says, we done told you about this PTO and 24-hour notice, sir. Glad you're back today. I definitely canceled on y'all last minute yesterday. I'm not gonna lie. I end up celebrating a birthday, not my own, someone else's, and things just kind of went over a little longer. And then I still had something else to do that evening. And so I didn't manage my time effectively. Had a good time. I ain't gonna lie. I had a good time, but I did not manage my time effectively to come here and give y'all the news yesterday. So I apologize. I know I got to give y'all a 24-hour notice. Baby, if you fire me, I can get Cobra. That's in my notes. Because, baby, what they did in that $1.9 trillion coronavirus relief package with the healthcare, that's something we're going to talk about. Cobra. Y'all know what Cobra is, right? We'll talk about it a little later. That's not my first story up. Thank you so much, Ray. Appreciate the super comment. Melinda Thomas said, please make sure that your dog does not eat the goalie gummies. Now, Melinda had done accidentally fed her doggy do some of them ashwagandha goalie gummies, and then her dog was feeling good. Oh, here you go, right here. You can get your ashwagandha as well. It's going to help you relax, restore, unwind. You can get that as well. Let's get into the show. So today, so much has happened, a lot of different confirmations, but the biggest confirmation was Merrick Garland. Y'all know we've been talking about our boy Merrick for a long time. Y'all know that we've been talking about our guy Merrick for a long time, and we are finally here to see him be confirmed as the Attorney General. Should have been Supreme Court Justice, but Attorney General. Tracy Jones, we're going to talk about that Cobra. I see you in the comment, and Tammy Thurston just threw up a comment real quick. Thank you so much, Tamra Thurston. Signed up for the COVID vaccine next Friday at 3:30. I have no idea if it would be Pfizer, Moderna, or J&J. Quick shout out to Lakeisha Lee for passing her insurance exam. Oh, shout out to you, Lakeisha. I did not see that. See, baby, it's whole side comments in the comment section. If you're listening to this on the podcast, I suggest you come on down here to the YouTube one day, catch the show live, baby, because it is a whole vibe on the live. We got people passing tests. We got people signing up for COVID vaccine, COVID vaccination, all of that. Tammy, we love to hear your experience after you get that vaccine. We want to hear about that, okay? Thank you again so much for the super comment. Again, guys, you can do that as well. Your comment will be featured on the screen, and the great thing is you get to decide how much you want to pay for it. There's not a set standard. We'll bring all comments up. All comments are welcome, and all monies that go through the comments, it helps us keep these lights on. All these lights. You see this good HD quality? Do you see the good HD quality? That's what that does. So we saw Merrick Garland. He got confirmed today. I am super excited about that because I have questions for Merrick. Questions like, when we gonna get these domestic terrorists? I know y'all doing all that, but y'all, I need the justice system to hear up. I need y'all to hear up. Come on now. Come on. We ain't got all day. Hear up. Let's get some prosecution. Let's get some court TV on and popping. That's what we want to see. Court TV. That's what we want to see. We want to see those people being held accountable for the actions that they did January 6th. We also want to see the criminal justice system going after white domestic terrorist groups. We've already talked about this before. Christopher Wray, the FBI director under Donald Trump, who is still currently the FBI director, said when Trump, side note, y'all know it's only been 50 days. Biden is into his 50th day. 50 days ago, Trump was president. Like 50 days ago. And look at all what has been done so far. I mean, to say that Biden's biggest scandal right now is the dog biting the staffer, I would just say, I think as horrible as that is, I hope the person's okay. You know, hope the dog, calm down. Don't be scared and be biting folks no more. But to say that the biggest scandal right now, the biggest scandal that took over everything. I mean, my Twitter was lit over the dog biting somebody. That's the biggest scandal. I'd say we're in pretty good territory. Y'all know I don't fool with Biden like that all the way, but the fact that that's his only scandal right now, pretty good territory. But anyway, back to Merrick Garland. So we will see him down there as the Attorney General. We want investigations and prosecutions into white domestic terrorist groups. I was talking about Christopher Wray. Christopher Wray, FBI director, said, the pool of domestic terror groups, the white supremacy category is the one that contributes the most violence here in the homegrown, here in America. Dana Eves, thank you so much for that super, sticker. Thank you. I appreciate that. So we want to see that. We want to see racial inequities dismantled via the Department of Justice. We want to see all those things. Hey there, Trail Dan, I see you in the comments. We want to see all those things. So I'm excited about Merrick Garland. We talked about his confirmation hearing and all that when he had us tearing up, talking about his people fleeing, anti-Semitism and all that, and he just want to get back to the country. Well, come on, get back to black folks too. Merrick, bring some prosecutions against student loans. Sue the Department of Education to get them student loans canceled. That's what we want to see too. Right there, Merrick Garland. Put that on the judge bench. Put that on the docket. Put that on. That's not real. That's just me talking, right? That's not gonna happen. But I'm just saying, guys. So let's transition. That's about Merrick Garland. Let's transition into this COVID relief package. The reason I had some technical difficulties and was a little late was because I was trying to make a TikTok real quick about one of the stories, the health insurance story in the 1.9 COVID-19 relief package. Lakeisha Lee, thank you so much for the comment. You say, NQ, since Ray brought it up, according to our tally, we're going to have to make this a coaching, but we won't mark it official. We won't mark it or make it official in light of getting us to where the stimmies reside. But the next one will go down as a verbal. Listen. I know I ain't even pre-warned y'all. I did not pre-warn. I did do a little post, but maybe y'all didn't see on my Instagram, but maybe not everybody's on the Instagram. So my apologies about yesterday. I got you. I'll be here. I'll give y'all enough warning. So thank you so much for that super comment. I really appreciate it. Keep those coming in, people. If you got something to say and you want it on the screen, keep them coming in. We love to see it. So the $1.9 trillion coronavirus relief package was passed by the House today. Let's go back to come back forward. Remember, the Senate was trying to figure out what the parliamentarian was going to do. And the parliamentarian said, no, ma'am, Pam, to that $15 an hour minimum wage increase. But then the House passed it anyway. Nancy Pelosi and them, they still passed it. And I was like, well, why would you do that? What is going on? Well, anyway, they passed it and it went to the Senate, and then the Senate passed that same version of the bill without the $15 increase, $15 an hour minimum wage increase. And again, civics lesson for a bill, which is what the House and the Senate does. For a bill to become a law, they both have to vote on the same thing with the same exact language, and then the president signs it. So then the Senate passed it, they bumped it over to the House. The House passed it today, and we know that Biden is going to sign it because this is what he wanted. His press secretary, Jen Psaki, came out earlier this week and said that the Treasury Department and IRS, all them people have already been working in the background so that as soon as Biden signs it, they can start getting them checks out. And then, baby, we gonna get to where the money resides by the end of the month. Stimulus checks will be going out by the end of the month. I said, baby, now that's quick. That's quick. We love to see it. We love to see a quick stimmy. Come on up in here and pay this rent. Come on, stimmy, because you know COVID. Yes, COVID, all that. And the crazy thing is, to me, is that based on a Pew, I think it's a Pew Research poll, 70% of Americans across all ideological persuasions, Republican, Democrat, Independent, Green Party, Kanye Party, Libertarian Party, all the party, no party, party, everybody. 70% of Americans support the COVID relief bill. 70% of Americans support the $1.9 trillion coronavirus relief bill. 70%. Ask me how many Republicans in the Senate and the House voted for him. Go ahead, I'm gonna pour my water. I'll wait. Ask me how many of them voted for the bill. Ask me. 70% of Americans support the bill, and ask me how many. Ask me. Zero. Not one Republican in the Senate nor the House voted for this bill. Not one. 70% of Americans. Thank you, Kiana Williams. I appreciate you so much. Kiana, come on back down to the Patreon, sis. Come on back down. We miss you here. Come on back down to the Patreon. Thank you so much for the super sticker. 70%. 70%. That's astounding. That is their voters as well that support this bill. As much as you want to do the we hate Nancy Pelosi, we hate Chuck Schumer, Biden not the real president, you're not going to refund that $1,400 when they hit that account. You're not going to do that. If you do that, then come talk to me. Then you got space with me. Then you have legitimate space with me. But you're not going to do that. You're not going to do that. 70%, and not a single Republican voted for the bill. Carol J, thank you so much for the super comment. And no Republican voted for it. Not surprised, but still, way to show you don't care about the people who you're supposed to serve. That part. But mind you, the stuff that's in the bill, they supported when Trump was president. It is super partisan, and it makes absolutely no sense. At a certain point, the partisanship has to stop. How can you be for something when somebody else was there and you basically got almost the same thing or the same ideas, right? And none of y'all vote for it. That's ridiculous. Nikki Nathan, thank you so much for the super sticker. Come on, Curls. Come on, Curls in the Abbey. Appreciate it. Come on. Thank you for the super sticker. I really appreciate that. Miss Shamika, thank you so much for the super comment. Republicans are about the money for corporations and the weekend night the workers. What you trying to say to me, sis? What you trying to say? But I got the Republicans are about the money for corporations. Correct. And we're going to even talk about that. What's crazy is, let me strike through it here because I put it down on my list. What's crazy is this $1.9 trillion COVID-19 package. Flip it on the inverse. Remember that tax bill that they passed back when Paul Ryan was the speaker under Trump? That was $1.9 trillion in tax cuts that went to the very top percent. And we're talking about $1.9 trillion that is going to the people. Let's get into the bill so I can tell you how the Democrats is playing games with the Republicans. So here's the gag. I kind of mentioned COBRA a little bit. Oh, Ms. Shamika was saying the wealthy, not the workers. Correct, sis. Let me tell you how they playing. So in this bill, health insurance premiums for a vast amount of Americans are going to dramatically decrease, and some may even hit $0 because of this bill. Also, COBRA subsidies are included in this bill. So COBRA I know we got some young folks in there. Hey, young people watching with their family and just watching. I was told that my show is shown in college institutions. College professors show the show and content to their students, and teachers show this to their students in elementary. And it's crazy. First off, thank you, because I don't take that lightly. It is a privilege to have your ear. I appreciate that and I thank you, but it's interesting and it says something. I'm just thinking internally that the content doesn't have to change and that it can go from collegiate to a collegiate space to an elementary space. That is amazing. But for my younger folks, hey, come on, let Uncle Quentin talk to you here. Let Uncle Quentin talk to you, because I know y'all don't know nothing about COBRA because maybe y'all don't work yet. Wait till you get into the real world. So COBRA, basically, when you work a job and you are, let go or fired or quit, whatever the case may be, there's an opportunity for you to get COBRA. If you had health insurance through your job, that you won't have health insurance anymore once you leave that job. But if you pay COBRA, you can continue that health insurance. But baby, that COBRA is expensive. COBRA it's almost like 2 to 3 times what you was paying for your regular health insurance. It's expensive, niece, nephew, it's expensive. So what this bill does, provides COBRA subsidies so that some won't even be paying anything if they have to get COBRA. They won't be paying anything or very low. There's a subsidy. A subsidy basically means, like, if something costs $10, if something costs $20, you have 10, the government is saying we'll pay the other 10. That's the subsidy. So that's what they're doing with the COBRA in this bill. Now, let me tell you how the Democrats are playing. Well, let me read this, then I'll tell you how the Democrats are playing. Carol J, thank you so much for the super comment. This is why Dems have to push things through. The GOP is showing their hands. Dems, come on now. We gave them the Senate, the House for a reason. Now let's get things done. Come on, Carol. Come on, Carl. Correct. Now, here's how they plan. This provision in health insurance for the premiums to go down to as little as nothing, and for the COBRA subsidies, it only lasts for 2 years. Can somebody tell me what's in 2 years? Because one could make an argument, well, why would you only last it for 2 years? Why wouldn't you make it permanent? Somebody tell me real quick, what is coming up in 2 years? Let me see who be civically engaged in the comments. What's coming up in 2 years? What's happening in 2 years? The midterms. Come on, Denise Lattimore. The midterms. Let me tell you how Nancy Pelosi didn't think they slick. They playing games with them people. The midterms. Now, you remember Trump only had one midterm because it happens every 2 years, right? So they lost the House. When Trump came into office, he had the House, the Senate, and the White House. They lost the House. That's how we got AOC and what's my girl name? Ayanna Presley, Ilhan, all in. They lost in the midterms. Okay. We remember Health insurance was the biggest driving factor for people who voted in the midterms, and that was a rebuke because Republicans were trying to get rid of health care. So Nancy Pelosi and them done set them up because historically anyway, the president in power in the presidential election ends up losing seats in the House. The House is already in a thin majority. The Democrats are in a thin majority in the House, not as thin as the Senate, but they're in a thin majority. They actually lost seats when Biden came in. So they're banking that they're going to lose some seats as well, because that's just historically how things go. The pendulum of power always swings. So they setting up the fight right now. So they setting it up for this provision. If you can imagine, in like a month or two, health insurance premiums going to go down like that. 3 months out, health insurance premiums, bow, nothing. Zero, low dollars for 2 years. People are going to get accustomed to that. People are going to want to keep that. It is very hard to get rid of an entitlement. An entitlement like Social Security, that's an entitlement. The government is providing that, right? You paid into it. It's kind of a setup. You paid into it. You get something back. It is hard to get rid of an entitlement. This is like an entitlement. And so they are setting the stage for the midterm fight. And that is going to put Republicans in the position to say whether they want to keep healthcare access for everyone or not. When every American, whether you're Republican, Democrat, Green Party, Libertarian Party, Kanye Party, no party, no matter where you fall, if you pay health insurance for you, your children, your baby daddy, your baby mama, whoever, your husband, your wife, and it's at $0 cost almost nothing, and then it's time to go vote, on top of Republicans trying to suppress the vote, that's going to activate people. But they potentially will be saying, no, we need to get rid of this. They're setting up the fight. They're setting them up to be in a bad position. I say that Nancy Pelosi slick. I don't know if I like them playing with it with the 2 years, but they slick with it. They playing politics. They definitely playing politics. Another thing in this bill, this made me want to have churn. This part right here made me want to have churn. I said, well, let me go get me some. This part right here, not only will we be getting $1,400, but all my people that got churn ages 6 to 17, they're going to be receiving a $3,000 tax credit in the form of monthly payments. So you're going to get a little check just because you got a child. Hello, somebody. I didn't get a chance to write it. As you can see, my notes, I had to scratch out real quick. There is a number under 6. It's more than 3,000, but I didn't get a chance to accurately write the correct number. So if your child is under 6, there is still some money for you too. But if your child is 6 to 17, $3,000 per child in this bill to end child poverty. That is transformative. That is transformative. It made me, when I saw that, I said, well, child, but look, because I've been waiting because churn is expensive. But if y'all gonna cut a check for them, if y'all gonna cut a check, so I can have some kids run around here. Oh, I have a few of them. I have a couple. Kids real quick. You know, let me pray about it. But I have a couple kids that y'all gonna start cutting checks. But that is actually, all jokes aside, that is actually very transformative for this country. Biden is attempting to end child poverty in this country, and no, not $3,000 a month for the year. Credit for the year, not $3,000 a month. You will get a monthly check, but not $3,000. Divide 3,000 by 12, or however many children you got, how many little ones you got. And I'm pretty sure you got to be claiming them on your tax returns and all that. You just can't be out here, oh, I got a kid. You know, there are going to be provisions. I'm just giving you what it is right now. Erica Hayes said, Q, that 3,000 is not worth it. Oh, I'm playing with you. I ain't going to have no kids right now. Them people, them people want too much of your time. And, you know, you can't put it in no cage like a dog. You know, they come get you. They lock you up for stuff like that. So I'm not ready for that. But we're talking about, and we're also talking about 85% of the Americans. There is a income gap. They are not giving this child tax credit out to the richest of the rich Americans. One would argue they don't need it. You're rich. You're rich. So that is dope as well. That is super, super transformative, super, super powerful. Biden has already said they are going to go on a publicity tour to make sure that people actually understand what's in this bill and actually what they're getting, so that they can combat basically misinformation and allowing other people to spin it, or not taking the victory lap. You know, they're doing some major, major things. And like I said earlier, what's crazy is this 1.9 trillion that they spent 50 days. The man been here for 50 days, and y'all know I don't like Joe Biden like that. If you've been here long enough, you know I do not like Joe Biden like that. But the contrast and the work there, I don't care. I give credit where credit due. I gave credit to Donald Trump when they paused student loan repayments. That's not something they had to do, right? That was a choice. So I said, thank you. That correct. That was the right move. With this, I don't rock with Joe Biden like that. Don't rock with Joe Biden like that. But you got to give credit where credit due. This man been there for 50 days. Him and Kamala Harris, the Democrats, they've been there for 50 days. And in 50 days, even though this bill is not signed into law, we know it will be. We know it will be. This is what they've produced so far. I just think kudos have to go there. Whether you like him or not, whether you got issues, the work. I'm talking about the work. Kudos got to go to the work. That's all I'm going to say. 50 days. Also, 50 days. More coronavirus vaccine. Biden announced earlier today 100 million doses from Johnson & Johnson, or they secured 100 million doses. And we know that Johnson & Johnson, for those that want to get the coronavirus vaccine, is one shot. That's one. So there's literally 100 million people right there. 100 million people right there. And then you still have two other vaccines in this country, Pfizer and Moderna. Again, for the people that want the vaccine, there is going to be enough vaccine. So much so, Biden was asked today, what about the surplus? And I totally agree with Biden on this, that if there's a surplus, then we will assist in vaccinating the rest of the world with it. Because technically, none of us is safe from the virus if the virus is still permeating somewhere and mutating and creating new strands, right? Again, I'm not talking about, I don't want to get into vaccine hesitancy and the science and all. Well, this is the science actually, but I don't want to get into, I don't want the vaccine versus I do want the vaccine. If the virus is still running rampant, if we, let's say, reach herd immunity here, and for those that don't want the vaccine, it's really not a big deal because we've developed therapeutics, enough people are vaccinated, right? We've gotten our country under control. We're never going to really be safe from the virus if we don't get the world safe from the virus. So that means helping low or poverty-stricken countries, even allies, enemies, even enemy states, because this is cutting across. The virus doesn't care whether you Russian, American, Italian, Brazilian. The virus doesn't care. The virus is trying to thrive. So I really like that answer, that if once we get America under control, if there's a surplus, then we will help the rest of the world. I said, Biden, go ahead and do that then. Go ahead and do that then. We love to see it. We love to see it, baby. Get y'all goalie gummies. One more time, get your goalie gummies. I'm dropping the link right now. Dropping the link. Go ahead and get your goalie gummies. Also, make sure that you all are joining the Patreon. Come on down to the Patreon. Super excited about some stuff working over there. Shout out to the interns. Shout out to the interns as well, because they are working very, very hard. My intern, Amy, literally, she sent me earlier today. There's a new video that I'm going to drop, depending on when she's able to send it back. Maybe tonight. If not tonight, in the morning. It is my fuller reaction to the Meghan Markle, Prince Harry interview that I don't think you want to miss. It's really, really good. We kind of touched on it a little bit here on this show on Monday. So that video will be dropping again, depending on, Amy lives on the West Coast. Shout out to Amy. She lives on the West Coast. Y'all, why she said her son was imitating me. She said her son watching be imitating. Hey, Uncle Quentin said, hey. So if that comes in, we'll post tonight. I'd love for you all to watch that. If not, it'll be tomorrow. Not an issue. But that's my reaction to the Meghan Markle, Prince Harry situation. Archie, skin tones, shenanigans, the Queen, the institution, the palace, all of that. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Also, guys, this Friday, we're going to be talking about immigration. This Friday, we're going to be talking about immigration. And as a guest on the show, we do guests now. As a guest on the show, I have an immigration lawyer from Houston, Texas, will be on the show. to talk to us about some things. So that is definitely a conversation that you don't want to miss. We're going to have it live here on the show, just like we're doing right now. We're going to have, yes, I see somebody saying, shout out to Amy. Yes, shout out to Amy. Shout out to the interns. They rock. So we'll have that immigration lawyer here on Friday. And it's just a full disclosure. It's my attempt to kind of bring you all some more guests. I text my personal lawyer and also asked her if she would like to come on the show. She's helped me develop like my trademarks and contracts and all that other stuff. So people that have brands and businesses, it won't be the entire show, but we're going to do little segments within the show that gives you some additional content or some additional value outside of just knowing the news. So some stuff you may take away with, and you may get some people here. You never know. So I'm super excited about that. Guys, thank you so much for all of your support. Thank you so much for supporting me, supporting the interns, all of the work. Just excited about things to come. On your way out, make sure that you hit the like button and share this video. We want to grow. We want to grow. So if you think that there is somebody that would have enjoyed this, that would have learned something, share this video with them. If you don't mind, reshare this on like your own Facebooks and things like that. Share. Tag people, at people, all that stuff. Share. That's how we grow. Share. So I had so much fun. Remember, dissent, not disrespect, not only in politics, but in every aspect of your life. And if Jesus says the same, I will be back tomorrow. I'm not taking no PTO tomorrow. I ain't taking no PTO. I will be back tomorrow. Okay? Until then, guys, this has been the Daily Political Briefing with me, your host, QuentinRJiles. But we friends not after this 45 minutes. Oh, it ain't even been 45 minutes. After this 35 minutes, so you have to call me Q. Y'all have a good night. A lot of people watched it, but nobody's watching day to day, all day, unless you're me and just love this stuff. Procedures are okay, but we want to know, where do you stand? And so I think the more that politicians stop trying to be politicians and be people, then that will engage voters. We reject alternative facts. So come on in here and let me educate you on the facts.